強い。もう止まらんぞ俺は。
シャカ VS カズノコのガチンコバトルやっていただきましょう。すごいすごい。
いけいけ。頼むマジでうますぎんだけど。
So it looks like we in for another really fun time here again soon, because Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is about to have another surprise showcase this weekend, if you guys have seen the tweets from Bandai Namco and other sources. It seems like this is going to be a pretty decent amount of content on display here, because the showcase itself is scheduled for almost an hour. Spike and Bandai have been on a monstrous roll here the past few, let me be honest, not even weeks. It's been the past few months. They have just been jam-packed with content, and it's been a busy schedule, so kudos to them for putting their all into this game, from my point of view at least. Let me say that, my point of view. So the showcase is scheduled for 7 a.m. EST this coming Sunday, June 23rd. So pretty early for some of us, but it's going to be a great showcase, because as we can see by the description of the event, and huge shout out to Zed on Twitter, I'll be sure to link them down below in the comments, that both Shaka and Kazunoko will be there playing, and at the end, we get another little surprise. So guys, if you haven't already, consider leaving a like on the video if you're excited for these near daily updates for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any Sparking Zero or any other Dragon Ball content for that matter as soon as it goes live. But let's get right into this video. So the exact description of the event states that Shaka versus Kazunoko, Serious Showdown, that's going to be the title. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero release date. The release commemorative program will be premiered at 20 o'clock on Sunday, June 23rd. Shaka and Kazunoko will appear as guests and play the new modes Episode Battle and Custom Battle, released in Gameplay Showcase 2. In Custom Battle, you'll be able to play situations edited by Shaka, and Kazunoko will challenge you to a battle. At the end of the program, sparks will fly in an online battle of Ganchinko. Watch to see how the battle for the pride of both parties ends. Now, immediately, I'm excited to see gameplay from two legends. Being able to see how the pros get a grasp of this game is gonna be fun. Kaz is, of course, a DBFZ legend amongst many other games, along with Shaka, who's gonna be there as well with him. So this is sure to show us a lot of new things, and I'm sure Kaz is gonna show us some different styles of play from any gameplay we've seen so far. I'm not sure for certain, but I would assume that they would, at the very least, be playing the most recent Japanese demo that had, you know, the fixes to the buggy camera that was making us all motion sick, but it also just looked a tad more refined than the Summer Game Fest version, in my opinion. It's probably even a good chance that these guys will be playing an even more recently updated version of Sparking Zero, so I can't wait to see how polished and smooth this thing continues to look until the big day in a few months comes. So like they said in the description, Kaz and Shaka are also going to be showing us some custom battle and episode battles, so we could potentially be getting looks at some brand new what ifs and the extent that we're given freedom in these what ifs. I really think the template idea that was mentioned a few days ago was great, and it could really help, you know, keep people from feeling overwhelmed with something like that, like making their own story, I guess. I don't know, if I had to guess, maybe they'll showcase a little more of the story past the Raditz fight and go a little more in depth on some of the custom battles. Maybe they'll even show us one or two, but the online battle at the end between these two is where most of us are going to be really tapped in, because this could really be the holy grail of anime gaming right here. Man, y'all thought Xenoverse 2 never died? Let this online be crisp perfection. Our kids are going to be playing Sparking Zero on PS7. To be honest, outside of like a showcase and a display of ridiculous skill from Kaz, I hope that they really do a good job of showing off more of the new mechanics like the rage counter and more short dash combos, even things like deflect, even though that one can kind of be situational unlike the other two, so I get it. Just playing an online match in front of us is going to give us a ton of info though, like the consistency of online itself, how the invite system works, is there a lobby system, can a match be played with stability? But unless we get a beta or something, a true stress test isn't really going to happen until those 3 days of early access and beyond that. The online lobby system is a really big deal for a lot of us, and even though we're not vocal about it right now as we've been with like local split screen multiplayer, I think it's fair to assume that they should know that we're expecting some type of lobby system. I don't know if you guys remember the first like couple of weeks to month of Dragon Ball FighterZ, but trying to play with your friends online, it was so hard, and some people couldn't even play online period for a couple of weeks. I don't know, I just pray that we don't have those same issues with Sparking Zero, but I honestly got a lot of faith in this game with it being in development for as long as it has been. And I feel like all parties involved know the I don't know if impact is the right word, but all parties involved seem to know the reputation of this series and their reputation with this series as well. So it seems like everybody wants this game to be the biggest thing ever and want it to stick around for as long as possible, and I really like that. But I get it, of course, building up hype for a couple of months is one thing, but actually following through after October 11th, that's a completely different story. So those are just some of the things that I'm going to be really looking for during the actual online gameplay portion of the showcase. Of course, we want to know more about the netcode as well, you know, being another big deal, but after the online showcase, of course, there's no guarantee that they'll do this, but I'd love to see them expound on how they plan on maintaining the online atmosphere in itself and keep things fresh while, you know, not messing up the game with 12 billion patches in the first 2 years. But I still think at the end of the day, the most important thing is how all of you guys feel. You know, me included, how we, the consumers, feel about this. So let me end this by asking you guys a really important question again. How do you feel like the balancing in online rank should be handled in Sparking Zero? Are you, just you, not what you think everybody else feels, are you truly satisfied with, for the duration of however long this game lasts, and I would assume at least as long as Xenoverse 2, right? That team cost is gonna leave the balancing in our hands. I wouldn't even be opposed to, now let's say this for a second, hear me out here. If they wanted to have this team cost system for the rest of forever, every now and then, if they really want to shake the game up without changing the characters themselves and doing a bunch of patches, just change the cost of like a random 30-40 characters at a time. I think that would shake up everything. That'd be nuts. Every few months, a certain batch of characters just get their cost changed to something else for a bit. I think that would really be crazy. Or would you guys, you know, like a quarterly patch or a patch every 6 months or something like that? You guys got to remember that with 164 characters already confirmed for the game, even if they wanted to move forward with the idea of patches and things like that instead of the team cost system, I don't think we would get too many patches. There's just so much content in this game, in the base version of the game in itself. When we start getting a little bit later into the game's lifespan, it's going to be like 200 plus characters in this game probably. But I mean, I guess we'll just see. I honestly don't have too many more predictions for the event this weekend outside of what we know right now, but we haven't gotten any character reveals for this month yet, so they could very well end off the program with a new trailer, and I think they just might do that. Who could be in the reveals for this month, or better yet, what could the theme even be for this month's trailer? Yeah, I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. Maybe we'll finally get to see some more movie characters outside of Gogeta and Broly, or could this be one of the big heavy hitting trailers that we've been waiting for, like UI Goku versus Jiren gameplay, or maybe some GT even? I don't know. I can't even say don't get your hopes up, because these fellas have been hitting it out of the park every single month. So I think we're in fine hands. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. Hope y'all are as equally as excited for this game as I am, and the showcase this weekend. I can't remember the last time something got me to upload this much, so I am truly thankful that that passion is getting reignited by Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. But anyways, have a great, blessed day, and I'm going to more than likely see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.